Please help me. And I guarantee you the Lord shows up every time. So that's the first part of the message that he asked me to give you. The second part of the message is he said, you let everybody know that sell drugs, that in his eyes, he said, where you sinning against him at is what you're doing with your money. He said, when you hold that money, when you worship that money, when you willing to kill and take a life for the money, you're sinning against him, because when you worship something other than him, you're having another God before him. And he said, thou shalt not have another God before me. He said, so what he want the drug dealers to do, he understand that Satan done trapped them all into this dope game. He feel you, he understand, but he wants you back. So what he wants you to do is he wants you to do, this is his plan, and this is a word for word thing. God said to let everybody I know that sell drugs, tell them to do something nice for somebody less fortunate than themselves with their money. Every day by the time the sun goes down. Exact words. Do something nice for somebody less fortunate than yourself every day by the time the sun goes down. The only stipulation he's going to put on this is that you have to tell them why you're doing it. For example, old lady lived down the block from you where you hustling at, right? You know it's cold, she needs some kerosene, so you send one of your boys over there, carry about 5 gallons, but you got to tell her, miss, can I buy you some kerosene? Because God said for me to do something nice for somebody every day by the time the sun goes down. He said it ain't a dollar value involved on this thing. You can buy a kid of ice cream off the ice cream truck. But you got to tell the kid, son, I'm buying you this because God asked me to do this. You don't have to understand it, but he said if you would do this, he would bless you. Now, let's deal with the blessing. 365 days in a year. And imagine if you living in a neighborhood where you hustling at, you know what I'm saying, because there ain't no jobs there. You got bad school, bad education, give you bad job. You understand what I'm saying? So you trapped in this game, right? So, for example, 365 days go by, you done stayed with this program. Now you got 365 people in your neighborhood trying to share love back to you. You see where God's going? And imagine if you get caught. You got 45 old ladies standing in court telling the judge, you know, I know he's doing something bad, but Lord knows it's a good boy. He deserves a break. Just imagine, that old lady got children, their children live in Atlanta somewhere and got like a chain of Nike store. You got 50 grand buried in your yard. And he said, man, you know, my mom told me what you did for me, man. You know, for her one day, you know, that's nice, man. You know what I mean? I got a couple businesses, man, I might want you to take a look at. You see what I'm saying? Now you got people sharing love with you. You see, and ultimately, it's going to be so much love coming back to you, young brother, to where you ain't going to have time to sell drugs. So God going to wean you off of the dope the same way he going to wean the crackhead off of the dope. Sooner or later, you got too many stores to go to. You ain't got time to stand out there on the block selling no dope. All your dreams starting to come true, you going to wake up and realize the dope game is a nightmare. You done lost everybody you know. You got 20 years over your head.